maybe I'm too old, or at least that joke is too old. I'm not sure. Uh, I had a really blessed day. And one of the great things about it was I finally didn't have a 6 day work week this week, so I got to go down to mom's. And I also finally got around to it. This was a joke from like my grandfather, mom's dad. He used to have those little like wooden nickel things that on the one side said, "Here's a round to it." You know, because everybody says, "Well, I'll get that done when I get around to it." Yeah, okay, that's the joke, such as it is. And I finally got around to getting down to mom's and getting started on that wood pile. And man, was it fun. Please take a look at the video. Tell me what you think. And I really look forward to working with this wood, and I think I'm going to get some time this week that I'll actually be able to make some real stuff. Well, we'll see. It would have been really great if I could have actually been in all three places at the same time that I need to be today, but I can't, obviously. I really needed to be working on getting the finishing touches done on the RV, getting it ready to sell. I really needed to be working at Carol's place in the garage, getting the workshop reorganized so that she can actually park her car in there again. And after another long week of overtime and having to work Saturdays for the last 2 months or more, I really needed to be down in the Bedford area to take a look at my property, and more importantly, to see mom for Mother's Day weekend. I went with seeing mom. So, and I may be able to get a few other little jobs done in the meantime. Anyway, I believe God is able to be ever present everywhere all the time. And it's a great reminder that I'm not God and I can't do that. And so let's just try to make the most of the day that I've been given as a gift and see if I can make it a gift to others and to my own goals. Thanks for watching, by the way. Great to have you, and I look forward to hearing from you as you think of anything you might want to share in the comments. Please hit the like button, too, if you would. So, let's take a look at what has been done since the trees have been harvested off my land in Olytic, Indiana. I'm actually a little bit surprised that I haven't gotten the "you are about to be fined" letter from the town, because I have not been able to get down here since the last time I mowed it in the fall to clean up this lot. I really need to get it mowed, and honestly, I'm not sure that I have enough of the batteries for the electric mower to get this done. I may have stored them away in the storage units. Yeah, I also need to get these apple trees cut down or trimmed back so far that they don't look like they're about to fall over. That's another project for another time. On arrival here, looking out over the 3¼ acres, my first thought was, wow, it doesn't look like it's that different, but there were 27 sections of tree trunks taken out of the property, and right on the edge of the land next to the road, it's not that much sign of it. It does occur to me that I can harvest these smaller limbs or smaller trunks, and some of them are very straight and will be very useful with the tenon cutter that I have been practicing with. Looking on the rest of the property, okay, there's finally some indication that something has happened here, and I'm not sure how well this will show up in this light, but here is one of the tops that the harvester said he was going to leave that I think I'll be able to make some real use of. There's a number of branches. I don't know if I can show here. Like that branch right there is, for example, a straight section about 4 feet, maybe 4.5 feet long. And there are other sections where there's some straight pieces that I'll be able to cut out that have a circumference that can also be useful. And that's just on the edge. There's some more stuff back in the background here that also I should be able to make use of. And now that the things are cleared out a bit, something like this tree here could be felled. There's some real straight sections in it. It's not enough for a lumber company to take, but it's something that I could make use of. So, and I do have one sycamore. Man, I love that sycamore. Yeah, there may be a couple more, but that one's the prominent one. Okay. The point is that while I'm in the process of trying to sell this land, there's actually quite a bit of material that I hope to be able to salvage out of it in the meantime. And now that hopefully also the Saturday work schedule is concluded until the end of the season, that maybe I'll be able to make some regular time to come down and get things going. We'll see. There's too much going on, but I think it will be fun. I actually have the chainsaw with me today. I just don't think I'm probably going to have time to use it. I do have to try and get this lawn mowed. But all right, next steps, and looking forward to seeing Mom. It's not exactly the most organized stack, but it has been weathering, and now I'm actually going to try to make something with it. No, really. Well, I was working little Poland. It's little metal fingers to the bone there, but wow, for a cheap little chainsaw, that is a pretty nice cut, I think. And what a great chunk to be taking cookies off of. Oh boy, if I ever get a sawmill or an Alaskan sawmill, then that'll be fun too. But this is really fascinating to learn how to do this. I can't imagine making a cleaner, straighter cut first couple of times I've tried this than that. And I'm really looking forward to seeing if this could maybe turn into a little end table or something like that. Boy, I've been looking forward to this so much. Wow, was that ever fun. Now, kind of messed that up. We're going to have to get the sander and the hand planer working on that, I'm afraid. Tried to cut it from both ends, as you might have seen in the video, and in principle, interesting idea, not an effective idea. Here, on the other hand, went all the way down. I'm not sure I got exactly in the middle. I think this one is a little thicker, but I think all four of these eventually can be bench seats. Now I'm gonna get the power drill out and the tenon, well, first the Forstner bit, and then maybe I've got some branches in here that I could work on to make some legs with the tenon cutter. Wow, really glad I got to do this today. impressed by the clean hole that this drill bit makes. And now let's see if I can get the tenon cutter going. I do have to admit that I almost messed up my new tenon cutter by not having the branch secured well enough when I tried to use it. It's possible that I am making the same mistake again, but I'm gonna try. Yeah, not great. I need to get that vise set up or some kind of strap set up here. I thought the weight of these logs would work pretty well, but I don't think so. Let's try it out in the cuts I've got though. It fits well. Actually, it's kind of loose because I've beaten it up too much, but that's the general idea. And I'm gonna try to cut some more branches at the other property before I head back home and try to work on this when I get there. This was mostly just a proof of concept effort, and the concept has been proven. It's also been proven that I need to get better with these tools, so I'm going to keep practicing and try to be more and more careful and not so impatient. Yeah, that probably applies to a lot of things in my life. Thanks. Okay, if I can get the chainsaw going again, I'm going to try to get some very straight pieces out of some of these branches, and there's some more over here on the other side of me too. Well, it's a beautiful day, but the breeze died down, and so I am huffing and puffing, but I've got, I think, plenty of stuff to make my first mortise and tenon legs with. Let's get this loaded up on the truck and see if I can get it back home to Southside Indy. Consistent viewers will be aware that this was a big test today. I tested the Blazer with the 70+ mile trip down to Mom's with the new transmission, the new radiator, the new timing chain, the new gaskets so that it doesn't leak oil or transmission fluid, and other things that got fixed. And thank you, Lord, it seems to be doing really well. As a matter of fact, so well that all of this stuff and a little and more was successfully transported back. And I am super excited to try and make at least 4 outdoor benches out of these pieces that I cut today, and maybe a little table out of the cookie that I cut. And I was able to get, and once I got back here, as I unloaded it off the roof rack, I was able to sort them kind of by size. But I've got one set of potential legs, a little bigger set, a bigger set yet, the biggest circumference wood as another set, and then I've got some one more set of 4 and some scraps that may come into play if I mess something up or need to. But here's the big thing. If I'm going to do this right, I've really got to get a solid heavy-duty lockdown system to keep these legs completely stable and unmoving when I use the tenon cutter, because if they start shifting around, it just messes them up, and I really want to get a solid connection so these glue up well and tight and they're going to last and stay. Looking forward to sharing some of this, and please let me know what you think. Please let me know if you know anybody is looking for some outside benches, because I think I'm going to have some stuff that maybe I could sell here pretty soon. Thanks again for watching.